The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has officially issued the launch license for SpaceX's Starship Flight 8. This marks a monumental milestone in SpaceX's journey to make humanity a multiplanetary species. But this is not just any routine approval. It is a groundbreaking moment for both SpaceX and the future of space exploration. For the first time ever, the FAA has made significant modifications that dramatically change how Starship will operate in the future. These updates to the FAA's launch license for Starship introduce formal definitions for orbital flight and re-entry. This essentially removes regulatory obstacles that would have slowed future missions, creating a far more efficient pathway for SpaceX's ambitious plans. With this new framework in place, Starship's Flight 8 could very well be the historic mission that not only reaches full orbit but also successfully deploys payloads in space, a crucial evolution from previous test flights. Currently, teams at SpaceX's Starbase are working around the clock on final hardware preparations. Although Ship 34 hasn't yet moved to the transport stand, it is clear that SpaceX is behind the scenes preparing for what could be a major achievement. Booster 15 has already arrived at the launch site with its Flight Termination System, FTS, installed, ensuring the mission's safety. However, engineers are still working on components like the hot staging ring on Booster 15, indicating that some issues might need to be resolved before launch. These developments are happening at a fast pace as the March 3rd launch date draws nearer. The FAA's updated launch license introduces two groundbreaking changes. First, the term orbital flight is now officially defined by the FAA, making it a distinct category alongside suborbital flight. This shift is significant because it means SpaceX no longer need to request additional modifications when testing orbital capabilities. This opens a door for future missions to test payload deployment systems, orbital refueling, critical for Mars missions, and more, all without waiting for new regulatory approvals. With these changes, the regulatory runway for Starship operations has been vastly extended, saving months of potential delays. The second major update pertains to re-entry. The FAA has clarified the process, officially defining when re-entry begins and ends. For Starship, re-entry officially begins when it starts its deorbit burn and ends when the vehicle or components are safely secured on the ground after landing or impact. This update allows SpaceX to test full orbital re-entry, one of the most challenging aspects of spaceflight and critical for Starship's Mars mission profile. This definition ensures SpaceX can test heat shields capable of withstanding temperatures above 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit as Starship re-enters Earth's atmosphere at over 177,000 miles per hour. These updates also reflect the FAA's satisfaction with SpaceX's corrective actions in response to previous Starship mishaps. The speed at which the approval process was completed suggests a potential shift in the FAA's approach, streamlining procedures to help the United States maintain its leadership in the global aerospace industry. While the hardware preparations at Starbase are critical, SpaceX is also juggling other important missions. On March 2nd, NASA has tasked SpaceX with launching two scientific spacecraft, SpaceX and Punch, aboard a Falcon 9 from California. These missions are significant in their own right and highlight NASA's continued trust in SpaceX as a reliable and flexible commercial launch provider. SpaceX, a spectrophotometer designed to study the history of the universe, will complement the James Webb Space Telescope by conducting broad surveys of the universe. While Webb zooms in on specific objects, SpaceX will offer a wide-field survey, providing the context needed for Webb's detailed observations. This new addition to our observational toolkit could reveal hidden cosmic secrets. Punch, on the other hand, will study the Sun's outer atmosphere and its interaction with the solar wind. This mission will help improve space weather forecasting, a vital area for astronaut safety, satellite operations, and even Earth's infrastructure, given the potential for solar storms to disrupt power grids and communications. In addition to NASA's missions, another historic SpaceX mission is already underway. Intuitive Machine's Athena lunar lander, launched on February 26, is en route to the Moon. Recently, Athena sent back stunning images of Earth, confirming its stable trajectory. The lander is expected to achieve lunar orbit insertion on March 3rd, with a targeted landing date of March 6. This mission highlights the growing capability of private industry to conduct lunar operations, further advancing SpaceX's role in the new era of space exploration. Looking ahead to Starship Flight 8, this mission is poised to be a defining moment for SpaceX. Unlike previous test flights that focus on launch dynamics and propulsion systems, Flight 8 will integrate multiple advanced capabilities. It will not only test Starship's ability to reach orbit, but also demonstrate payload deployment, a key step in proving that Starship can function as a true spacecraft capable of delivering satellites, supplies, and even humans to their destinations. The updated regulatory framework means that Starship will be able to conduct a complete mission profile, from launch through orbital operations to controlled re-entry. If successful, Flight 8 will validate Starship's full operational concept in a single mission, significantly accelerating the spacecraft's path to regular service. In many ways, this test is even more critical than the milestone SpaceX reached with Falcon 9. While Falcon 9 required multiple incremental tests to achieve full mission profiles, Starship aims to compress this development timeline, potentially revolutionizing how spacecraft are brought to operational status. If this flight is successful, it will not just be a win for SpaceX. It will represent a giant leap forward for humanity's multiplanetary aspirations. As we witness these historic events unfold, NASA's scientific launches, Athena's journey to the moon, and Starship's upcoming flight, this week stand out as a pivotal moment in space exploration. These are not isolated missions. They are interconnected steps in humanity's journey to expand our presence in space. The instruments aboard SpaceX and Punch will help us unlock the secrets of the universe, while Starship Flight 8 will test a vehicle that could one day carry humans to Mars. Athena's successful journey to the lunar surface demonstrates the increasing capabilities of private industry in space exploration. All of these missions underscore the central role SpaceX plays in accelerating humanity's path to a multiplanetary future. With the FAA's regulatory updates clearing the way for more advanced Starship tests, SpaceX is one step closer to revolutionizing space travel and opening the doors to new frontiers in space exploration.